We're going to start seated cross-legged. If you want to have a block underneath your seat, you can use a block. And cross one leg in front of the other. Rolling your shoulders back and keeping your spine straight. Close your eyes. And breathe. And put an intention for your practice today. And open your eyes, bring your hands to your heart center and bow your heads. Say namaste. Good. Interlace your fingers onto your chest, and as you inhale, look up towards the sky, stretching the front of the neck. And as you exhale, bring your head back to center. Keep the hands pulling down onto your chest and bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. And back to center. Left ear to your left shoulder. And back to center. Bring your hands interlaced behind your head. Open your chest and just hang your head onto your hands as you look up. Inhale here. And as you exhale, arch down towards the floor. Inhale, open up. Exhale, arch towards the floor. Inhale, open. Exhale, arch. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. And keep your head up. Change the interlace of your fingers. And just start going side to side. Trying to inhale, exhale. And come back to center. Now, if you were inhaling on this side and exhaling on the other side, change. Now start inhaling to the left and exhaling to the right. Hello, Philippa. So inhale. Good. And inhale, interlace your fingers, looking up towards the sky. Exhale, bring your head back to center, stretch towards your right, looking towards your right shoulder, right elbow. Back to center, change sides, left elbow. And back to center, release your fingertips behind, open your chest, and look up without dropping your head, just opening your collarbones. And exhale, bring it back to center, roll over your shins, coming into all fours. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees, underneath your hips. And we're going to start with a cat-cow. So I'm going to invite you to tuck your toes under as you arch your back and look up. And then as you bring your back into the cat stretch, relax the feet. Inhale, tuck the toes and open the front of the chest for cow stretch. Exhale, flatten the toes and come into a cat stretch, stretching your back. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, flatten and arch. Good. And coming back to center. Bring your right leg back and push your right heel away. And lift your left knee. And we're going to let the knee sway side to side. And bring the leg back up, three-legged dog. And then bring it forwards. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it forwards. Bring it up and forwards. Power up. Bring it up and release the left knee onto the floor. Good. Bring the right leg up and flex and point your toes. Flex and point. And make small circles with your right leg in one direction and on the other direction. And bring the opposite arm up. And we're going to bend the arm and leg. So if I show you forwards, we're going to bring it to the side and back. So from here, we bring it to the side and forwards. It's very strong on your abs. So if you feel that you need to go onto your elbows because your wrists are hurting, you can also do it on your elbow if you need it to. Good, and bring it back to center. We're going to try the other side. So first of all, we're going to stretch the left leg back and push the heel away. Push your hands onto the floor and lift the knee. Power up onto your bellies. And let the leg sway side to side, releasing your hips. And then bring it back and forth. That's it. And release the leg onto the floor and lift the left leg. So the right knee is on the floor, lift the left leg and make little circles, small circles with your left. Don't drop your head when it, keep it. That's it. And change direction. Good. And now bring the knee towards the chest and bring it back. And in and back. One more and back. And bring the opposite arm in front of you and bend elbow and knee. Bring it back forwards. Bending elbow and knee and back. And elbow and knee and back. One more. Elbow and knee. Bring it forwards. Release. Toes together. Knees apart. Anahatasana or child's pose. So Anahatasana, you rest the chin onto the floor and your hips stay up. Child's pose, your heels are touching your hips and your head is on the floor. Breathe. Inhale, lift your head. Tuck your toes under, come up into your downward facing dog. And walk your dog. Releasing your heels towards the floor, your belly's in towards your lower back. Inhale, look towards your hands. And step by step, walking towards your hands. Step by step by step. And release your chest down, release your head, elbows. Your hands come towards your elbows and sway your upper body side to side. Release the elbows and come all the way up into standing. Good. So we're at the front of the mat. Have your hands by the sides of the body and your feet firmly on the floor. Inhale here, exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, bring your right knee up towards your chest. And bring your right leg back. And bring it back to center. And release down. Let me see, there is a... Monique, did you want to say something? There is a note on there. No? All good? Okay, good. There's a note on Zoom, so I just didn't know what it meant. And bring your left leg towards your chest, hands towards your heart. And then bring the leg back. And bring it forwards. And release. Good. So we're exercising our balance a little bit. Inhale, right knee up towards your chest. Keep your hands towards your heart and bring the leg to the side. And bring it back to center. Now bring it behind. Bend the standing leg and bring the foot onto the floor, bringing your arms up. And we are in a high lunge. Breathe deeply, push your back heel away. And we're going to let the left hand hang on the side of the left hip and stretch the right arm across. So we are opening the side of the body and the hip flexor a little bit more. That's it. And bring it back to center. Bring your hands towards your chest. Lower the back knee onto the floor. Lovely. Bring your hip forwards and bring your right elbow onto your left knee. Look over your shoulder on your left hand side. And bring your head back to center. Bring your fingertips onto the floor. Push your back heel away. And bring the leg back into plank. Knees onto the floor. Bring your chest over your wrists. And we're going to do 6 repetitions of press downs. So check that your fingers are well spread. Inhale here, exhale, lower down for 1 and 2. Keep your belly engaged, 3 and 4. Don't forget to breathe. 5 and 6. And now release your belly onto the floor. Shoulders back and down. Try to let your shoulder blades come towards each other as you push the floor away. And you bring yourselves up into cobra, shoulders back. Lovely. Now, bring your hands to the diagonal. Your elbows are bent. And let your upper body come up into a seal pose. That's it. And release. And now bring your hands forwards. Your elbows are bent a little bit. And open up. So now you can feel your solar plexus on the ground. Can you anchor your feet a little bit more? This is the easiest of the back bends. And you might feel that this is what you need when you're doing your salutations. So even if you were with your hands by the sides of your chest, you can still have the same level of curvature in your spine. You don't need to come higher. Now, keep your legs firmly on the floor. Bring the hands to the diagonal into your seal pose and bring your chest up. Just check it out. Good. Lower your chest and we're going to go back to cobra. Anchor your feet, anchor your legs into the floor, engage your belly and come up. Elbows in, breathe. Yes, that's it. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes under and either coming through your knees or pushing all the way up Come into your downward facing dog. Breathe deeply. Inhale, look towards your hands. And we're going to tango all the way forwards. Crossing your legs in front of each other. All the way towards the front of the mat. And let your body fall forwards as you're here. Inhale, extend your back, extend your legs. And as you exhale, come all the way up. And hands to your heart center. Good. Try not to take shortcuts, even if we're rearranging our wardrobe. Open the arms round and bring your hands to your heart whenever you finish. That's it, Mana. Very good. Now inhale, your left leg comes towards your chest. And bring it to the side, keeping the balance. That's it. Bring it back to center. And let your leg come back, parallel to the floor. And release, coming into your high lunge. Bring your arms up. Breathe deeply. And bring your hands back towards your heart. Lower the back knee onto the floor. And bring your left elbow onto your right knee. Look over your shoulder. Lovely. And release. Bring your hands onto the floor. Lift the back knee. Bring the leg back into plank. Knees onto the floor. Keep your chest over your wrists. Now, Adrian, if you want to do the press-ups from plank, you can. So depending on your strength, if you wanted to, you can do more effort having your knees off the floor. Otherwise, just come with me for 6 repetitions. Inhale, exhale for 1 and 2 and 3. Keep your shoulders back. 4, 5 and 6, and release down. Now, hands are by the sides of your ribs. We're going to do this sequence for Cobra again. Inhale, anchor your legs, feel your legs firmly on the floor, and now see if you can bring your chest up, open your chest, and then release. And bring the hands in the diagonal. Inhale, push yourselves up, and release. And now bring your hands forwards, and bring your chest up, and release. Back to the diagonal. Just feel where you're at. You can look side to side, checking that you have room for your spine to expand, not compress. And shoulders back and down on Cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes under. You can come through your knees or push all the way up into your downward facing dog. Breathe deeply. Let your heels go down towards the floor. Feel your index finger, middle finger and thumb onto the ground. And we're going to bring the left leg up. Letting the right heel release towards the ground. And bring the left foot between your hands. And bring the right foot forwards. Hands onto your shins, flatten your back. Exhale, fall forwards. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, release. Good, wonderful. Now have your feet hip distance. And we're going to use our index finger, middle finger and thumb to wrap around our big toes. So to start with, just come to wherever you can. Your elbows will be bent and your belly is resting onto your thighs. Your head is relaxed. As you evolve into this forward fold, you will press your big toes against your fingers and start straightening your legs. But don't worry if you can't go very far. Just see what you can do. And Adriana, if you need to, if you want to, you can also use a chair or a bed or another support just to let this action happen. So the belly stays close to the thighs, and then you start straightening just to stretch your hamstrings. Check it out. Otherwise, you can just hold behind or hold onto your big toes, as we are all doing. Keep breathing. Every time you exhale, see if you can relax onto the stretch and straighten those knees a little bit more, bringing your Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha in and up. These are the muscles of your pelvic floor and your lower abdomen. Good. One more breath in here. Inhale, lift your chest and release your hands. Soften your knees and roll all the way up into standing. Inhale, bring your arms around and up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, right knee up. Bring it to the side. Bring it back to center. Come into your warrior three. Release your back leg into a high lunge. And bend the back knee. Bring your arms up. And we're going to come down towards the floor, strengthening the legs. Breathe in deeply. Relax the shoulders. And as you exhale, release the back heel and come into your warrior two. Look towards your middle finger. Check that your arms are parallel to the floor. Relax your shoulders. And look at your arms. Just check that they are firmly aligned with each other. Good. One more breath. And as you inhale, release the back hand onto the back leg. Straighten the front knee. And bring the arm up towards the sky. This is like a simple version of triangle. Now, can you let your right hand slide onto your right leg? And now bend the left elbow and bend the left knee, coming into your sun warrior. Deeply. Lovely. Very good. Inhale, extend. Both arms parallel to the floor, the front leg is straight. Reach and come into your triangle. Lovely. Bring the arm up, letting the hand that is in the front leg slide down towards the floor. Aligning the top arm with the bottom one. And if you want, you can bring your right hand behind and look towards your right shoulder or towards the ceiling. Bend the front knee and bring the forearm onto the thigh and keep looking over the shoulder. So you're opening your right shoulder in here. Release the right arm, lift the right heel, bring the right hand onto the floor, and either placing your left hand on the floor and helping, or bringing the leg straight up, come into your side plank. Breathe. Release the hands onto the floor, knees down, and release your body into chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. And rock your head onto the floor, forehead rocking side to side. Inhale, lift your head and walk both hands towards your right hand side and release your left side of the head onto the floor. You're trying to find equanimity on the body. And bring your head back to center, change sides. Feel the side of the body stretching. And bring your head back to center. Middle fingers pointing forwards. Tuck your toes under. Come up into your downward facing dog. Look towards your hands, lift your heels, bend your knees. Step or jump towards your hands. That's it, well done. Flat back. Exhale, fall forwards. Push your feet onto the floor, coming all the way up. And exhale, release. Lovely. Check that you're standing firmly on the floor. No tension, not tension on the shoulders, no tension on the neck. And bring your weight onto your right leg, bringing your left knee up towards the belly. And open the knee to the side. That's it. Back to center. And let your chest come parallel to the floor, bringing the leg back into your warrior three. Give it your all to your balance. Bend the standing leg, release the back leg onto the floor, bring the arms up. We're in our high lunge. And have your chest facing forwards as you bend back knee. And we are going to almost bring the knee towards the floor. The left knee comes down towards the ground. Very good. Burning. And come into your warrior two. Look towards your middle finger and check that both arms are nice and straight. Keep bending the front knee. The front knee goes towards the outer edge of the front foot. Be fully on your posture. The outer edge of the left foot is firmly on the floor. Now we're going to straighten the front knee and bring the front arm up. So the right knee and the right arm are reaching one in opposite direction to the other. So one towards the sky, the other one towards the ground. Breathe deeply. Let your left hand slide on your back leg. Then bend your front elbow and your front knee and come into your sun warrior. Breathe deeply, opening those ribs. Inhale, extend your front arm and leg. Hands parallel to the floor, reach and come into your triangle pose. Breathe deeply, letting your body find its way. And see if you want to wrap your left arm behind. Look towards the sky. And then bend the front leg, the right knee, and rest your forearm onto the leg. And keep looking towards the ceiling. Release your left hand onto the floor. Turn around, and now you can place the fingertips on the floor to give you some help, or if you feel strong, just come all the way up into your Vashisthasana, side plank. Breathe. If you need help with the leg, you can have one leg in front. Yes, that's it. Breathe deeply. Good. Lovely. And coming back to center. Knees onto the floor. And lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Shake your head, nod your head. And we're going to walk both hands to the left side now, releasing the right side of the head onto the floor. Feel this ribs opening up. Bring it back to center and change to the other side. And back to center. Good. Walk your hands towards your knees and bring your knees together. Roll your shoulders back and bring your fingertips behind you. Open your chest. And this might be all that you want to do. You might want to do a little bit more and bring your hips up. And release. Bring your hands forwards, coming into plank. Knees, chest, and chin are lower into chaturanga. Inhale, up to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your right leg up and bring your right knee forwards onto the floor. So we're bringing the shin onto the floor and sliding the back leg back. See that I'm not doing the pigeon, I'm just resting my heel onto my thigh and opening the chest. What we are aiming at doing here is stretching your hip flexor and your abdomen. So breathe and let, even if your chest is a little bit further forwards, but if you can't arch back too much, the important thing is to push the back leg. So I can be still here and be working on my back leg. Good, lovely. And now release the hip onto the floor and bring the back leg all the way around. If this is not available to you, then you can have your right leg forwards and bring your left foot over your right and just stay in this position. If you can come into your semi-cow's face, then you keep the back, the front leg bent, the right leg bent. Breathe and bring your chest all the way up towards the sky. And just sit there for a moment. Trying to release your hips towards the floor. Great. And release your hands. Now, your left foot, bring it on top of your right knee. And walk your hips back so that your shins are one on top of the other. And take that the foot is not out from your leg, it's over your knee. That's it. Carol, if you needed to put a block under your hand to help you, you can. And we're going to try and walk the hands in front of you. So this is, some people call it like a double pigeon. We're having both legs, one on top of the other, the shins one on top of the other, and between your legs you can see like a triangle between your calf muscles and your pelvic floor. And we breathe and let the front of the body release towards the floor. It doesn't matter if your back arches. Feel the deep stretch inside your hip. Relax your head and your neck. And breathe deeply. Now walk your hands back towards you. Keep the legs where they are. Bring your left hand to your left hand side and arch your side body towards the left. And bring your hand back and arch towards the right. And bring the hands back. Now, we're going to try and lie back onto the floor, keeping the legs where they are. So see how you feel. Maybe this is how far you want to go. If your legs come up as you release down, that's absolutely fine. And then you can start releasing. So as you can see, my legs stays quite higher. But lying on the floor means that you can start opening your legs, opening your hips, and relaxing on your lower back. So just go to wherever you can. If you need to stay on your hands, just stay there. Georgina, if you want, you can even come to the floor and have your feet together and knees apart, if that's better for you. We're going to have a few breaths here. Now, bring the hands by the sides of your hips, bringing your elbows onto the floor. And then walk your hands up, coming up into sitting. That's it, Tess, very good. And see what happens when you go forwards again. Has it changed? So if your legs cannot be like this, you can just cross your legs normally. And bring your hands back towards you. We're going to deconstruct what we constructed. So bring the foot across and sit tall. The bottom leg can be bent or straight. This time, if you can, hug the knee and look over the shoulder. Doing a little twist in here. Bring your chest back to center. The top leg, which is the left leg, is going to come all the way around. Come back into this semi-pigeon, which is not pigeon because your heel is resting on your hamstring. Tag your left toes under and push the left heel away. So lift the left knee, Tess, lift it off the floor. That's it, yes, good. Feeling the stretch on your hip flexor and your abdomen. One more breath here. And then bring your chest down. Push your hands onto the floor as you bring the leg up into three-legged dog. And open the hip, knee towards the sky. And then release into a down dog. Walk your dog. And bring your left leg up. Look towards your hands and bring the left knee between your hands, keeping the right knee off the floor. So we're going to do it all on the other side. Push your back heel away. And even if your chest is further down, we're aiming at having this abdominal wall straight, stretching back, and your hip flexor opening up. Breathe deeply. Lovely. And sit onto your left hip. Bring the back leg all the way around. And if this is not available to you, if your hips don't allow you to sit straight here, then have your left leg straight forwards, sitting onto the floor, and just bring your chest up. We're not twisting, we are just straightening the back and trying to let the hips release towards the floor. Breathe. Now the right ankle will come onto the left knee, and in order to bring the shins one underneath the other, you can either move the bottom leg, or lift your bottom and bring your legs back, bring your hips back. And that way you will see that there is a triangle like this between your legs. Good. Inhale, expand, and as you exhale, bring your hands forward and see if you can walk your hands, letting your hips release and open. Let your chest relax towards the floor. Feel your hips opening. Breathe. Walk your hands back towards your shins. This time we're going to start with the right hand onto the floor, left arm overhead, opening the side body. Good. And change sides. That's it, very good. And bring yourselves back to center. Bring your hands behind and open your chest. If this is all that you want to do, if you feel it already, you can stay there. Otherwise, you can walk your hands and maybe bring your elbows onto the floor. Maybe lie down onto the floor, letting your legs release. And the knees will not be as low as they were when we were seated, which is absolutely fine. Let your arms rest overhead. Open your ribs. If this is not comfortable at all, you can bring your feet together and knees apart, just letting the inner thighs have a little bit of a stretch. And I want you to think how you're going to move. We're going to come back up and deconstruct the posture. So hands by the sides of your hips. Bring your elbows onto the floor and bring your chest up. Bring your hands onto the ground, coming up. Sometimes these movements are not very elegant. Don't worry about it. And walk your hands forwards. See where you can reach. How is it different now to when you did it the first time? Let your body release and relax towards the floor. And walk your hands back towards you. Let the left foot slide outside. Your right foot slide outside your left knee. And see if you can twist towards your right, looking over your shoulder. Lovely. And bring yourselves back to center. The top leg, the right leg will come behind. Tuck your toes under and open up onto your semi-pigeon. That's it. Second time round, sometimes it's very different. Sometimes it isn't. Just be with whatever it is. One more breath here. Hands onto the floor and lower your chest. Pick up your leg with your arms and your abs. And bring the left leg up, opening up the front of your hip. And bring it back to center. Be fully on your downward facing dog with your heels towards the floor. Shake your head, not your head. Belly's in. And look towards your hands. Walk your feet towards your hands and come into the squat. And bring your hands towards your chest. Lovely. Focusing on a non-moving point in front of you. We're going to do a little balance. So bring your left hand onto your right knee and bring your right hand behind. Look towards your right hand. And bring your hand back to center. Change sides. Right hand onto your left knee, left hand behind. And coming back to center. Bring your hands forwards and release down onto the floor with no hands if you can. Very good. Come onto the ground. Well, watch for a moment and then you can do it with me. We're just going to start winding down. So we're going to do a couple of shoulder bridges, moving your arms. And then if you can, we're going to bring the hips up and just reach across. And reach across. If this is not available to you, just do a normal shoulder bridge. So the normal shoulder bridge is with your arms coming over here. If you want, after 3 of these, we're going to reach across and see how that fares for you. So come onto the floor, chin is towards your chest, your back is relaxed. You can make some circles with your hips, rock side to side. The trick for these practices, for all yoga practices, is to find a more fluid way of doing it, not forcing it, but trying to move with the breath and with what our bodies are allowing us to do. So 3 shoulder bridges with the breath. Your heels are close to your hips. And as you inhale, bring your arms overhead, stretching up. And as you exhale, start releasing down, trying to delay the return of the arms so that the back gets a bit more of a stretch. And inhale, bring your hips up, bring your arms overhead. And then letting the back release down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And releasing the arms to the side. One more time. Inhale, bring it up. As you exhale, release the back down. And bring the arms to the side. Now, we're going to do 2 bridges across. If this is not comfortable, just do a normal shoulder bridge. So we're going to bring the left arm up and reach across towards the right. And release. And now bring the right arm up and bring it across, reach across. And release. Just that. And bring your knees towards your chest, making circles with both knees in one direction and in the other direction. And happy baby, releasing the hips and belly. If you can't hold onto your feet, you can hold onto your thighs, just letting the lower back release. And bring your feet onto the floor, rest your knees against each other. Let your arms rest to the sides of the body. And if you have any discomfort on your lower back, you can stay there. Otherwise, you can just let one leg at a time release towards the floor onto your Shavasana. Feel your whole body resting onto the floor. If you feel discomfort anywhere, just see if you can wiggle your body to let comfort reign within your body. And feel your head resting on the floor. Relax your scalp and your forehead, your jaw, features on your face, front of your throat, back of your neck. Relax your shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists and hands are relaxed. Feel the energy of yoga in your hands, relaxing your fingers. And relax your upper back, middle back, lower back. Your sacrum and your tailbone are relaxed. Relax your chest and the heart inside your chest. Feel your solar plexus relaxing. Your abdomen is relaxed. Feel the ebb and flow of your breath. The energy inside your hip is totally relaxed. Relax your thighs and your knees. Your hamstrings are relaxed. Relax your calf muscles and your shins, your ankles, heels, soles of the feet and top of the feet are relaxed. And your 10 toes are relaxed. Your whole body is now relaxed. For the next few moments, relax your brain. If any thoughts come into your mind, let them pass like clouds in the sky. Go within. Inhale deeply, lengthening your breath, wiggle your toes and your fingers and roll your head side to side. Bring your head back to center. Stretch your arms over your head, stretch your legs, point your toes. Breathe deeply and relax. Bring your knees towards your chest, hug your knees. Rocking side to side. Bring your nose between your knees. And relax. Bring both knees to your right hand side. And push yourself up into a cross-legged seated position. Keep your eyes closed, back straight, neck long, shoulders relaxed. Thank your body and your mind for the practice you were able to do today. We're going to finish chanting Om 3 times, followed by Shanti, 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 Om, peace, peace, peace. Inhale to begin, inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Bring your palms together, rub your palms. Make the movement a little faster, generating prana between your hands, and place your palms over your face. Inhale deeply. Open your eyes to the darkness of your hands. Slide your hands to your chest. And bow your head. Namaste. Give yourselves a clap. Well done, everybody. Thank you very much.